Poland Daily Business. Tonight we will talk a little bit more about the city of Łódź and its challenges that are ahead of this town. Marcin Giełzak of Łódź, of a company called ShareHire, is our guest. Sir, first of all, let us establish what is your company doing?
It's ShareHire, by the way.
Yep.
We specialize in employee referrals, which are the most effective way of attracting new talent and a pretty effective way of engaging current employees. Basically, if you go through every and any report about how to attract talent for the past 5 years, you will always see that employee referrals are number one. Now, why are employee referrals so effective? Well, first reason is they guarantee a candidate position fit that no other method of sourcing can guarantee. If you look at the best salespeople you get at a company, they're usually referred by other good salespeople. You know, I've read reports which said that the performance of salespeople who were referred by other people who already do work in the company is up to 25% better than people who were given the job through any other source of hire. If you look at a very discrepant example of truck drivers who were referred caused 12% less accidents. The second thing which is great is that it's cost effective. So with employee referrals, you select what sort of gratification, what sort of an employee referral bonus you want to give to the person who recommended the candidate that got hired. So it's not like a job board where you have to pay a given amount of money so that your ad will be visible online, and maybe you will hire someone, maybe you won't. You have to pay up front. It's not like an employment agency where you have to pay for the candidate the amount of money which is, you know, bid by the employment agency. And these are, as people who hire candidates through employment agencies already do know, these can be pretty expensive. And it's a pretty cumbersome service. You don't always get the sort of person you need. You get the sort of person that the agency can find, to be quite frank. And here you select the sort of award you want to give, and you also determine what are the conditions for payment. You can pay half of the referral reward after the person is hired, and the other half after they've worked, for example, for 3 months, and you can see that that's the right fit, that's the right candidate. And thirdly, it greatly reduces time to hire, which is a very big problem for most employers. They're waiting 55 days on average until a white-collar worker is found and actually starts working. With employer referrals, you can cut that by half. And the reason for that is that people are not looking for their own friends. They know who is looking for a new job. They knew who might be interested in a sort of position that is currently available at your company. And the last thing is it's a great tool for engagement. So current employees and other people who are involved with your company, sort of community that you can build around your company of alumni, ex-employees, interns, candidates for other positions, they can get engaged because you pay them referral bonuses if their candidates get hired. And you also give them a sense of empowerment because they can decide with whom they will work.
Right. Talking to the HR managers is kind of stressful from at least my perspective. Let us say about the perspective of Łódź, the city that is called as Lodz in English. It is properly pronounced Łódź, the town 130 kilometers from Warsaw, and we are in the middle of implementing the strategy. That government strategy right now is about including Poland more deeply into the international trade. We see the roads being built north-south, at least 2 big projects. We see the new projects of building the seaports. We also see the project of central communication hub, the Solidarity Airport, so-called, which will be near Warsaw, but not that far from Łódź. Do you think that this, in perspective, like 10, 15 years, will work out positively for the outcome, for the economy of your city?
Potentially, yes. You know, it has been said 1,000 times by now that Łódź has a great future ahead of itself. I only trust that it won't be like the famous quote from de Gaulle about Brazil, that he's not really concerned about Brazil because it always has its future ahead of itself. You know, it's always beyond the horizon. But if Łódź could be, for example, the final destination of the new Silk Road, the sort of the great logistics hub for Central and Eastern Europe, that would be a complete turnaround and a reinvention of how the city operates and how it is seen and perceived from the outside. Currently, what we have is basically culture. It's the Hollywood phenomenon on one hand, and the second thing is business process outsourcing and shared services, because we are, as people often call us, the university city, the city that has a lot of young people, the city that has a lot of university graduates, and also a multicultural city. We used to be known as the city of 4 cultures. It's not just Polish, it's also Jewish, German, Russian.
Right now it's Ukrainian, Belarusian, I don't know where those students are coming from other countries, Russians and so on, right?
Yeah. A lot of people from the Ukraine have arrived here, and it's not just low-skilled workers, by the way. It's also, IT professionals and business analysts and people of that sort, because they are drawn to all those BPO centers that we have here. And, that's great. That's one way of reinventing the city. However, I still think that we lack a sort of leitmotif, sort of, what is the industry in Łódź? It certainly isn't textiles anymore. So we have to find a new thing. Perhaps it'll be logistics. I would be thrilled if that was the case.
Well, we will see then. Marcin Giełzak of ShareHire was our guest tonight, sir. Thank you very much for this insight to the city of Łódź. And I'm looking forward to talk more about these issues in the future.
I'm always available. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That was it for Poland Daily Business tonight. Please watch us tomorrow, same time.